Okay, please, can genotype stop you from marrying who you want?
Yes, of course you can.
Why?
Because if you guys are AA, it means you guys are going to give birth to a sickle cell, which is very dangerous because you get end up spending money that you don't need to spend. So
HIV
To
stop.
me, oh, if the genotype will cause issue, I'm not interested. I cannot marry because the money that we use to be taking care of my family, my children, I will be spending it on my children. Maybe I will now go and give birth to a sickler. Actually, I don't want. Another question.
What of HIV?
Mm, I will not. I don't want to. I cannot. I cannot marry someone that will affect my future, my children's future. They will not start spending money. This country is hard enough already. The country is already hard. That will not start spending money on sickness. Today sickness, tomorrow sickness. So I can't.
Okay, thank you very much. Who is a virgin?
Who is a virgin? Someone that has not met a man before. There are different kind of virgin o. Some virgins four finger can enter. Some virgin their breast is they suck everything. So I don't know. Nigeria does not have a virgin now except the young shall grow. Virgin is rare. Some kind virgin nowadays they suck everything o. Different kind of fingers can enter. Na truth na. Lagos virgin forget it.
My advice to them is just make sure they are very clear about that genotype or any health challenge issue, because they might say they love one another and love each other now, later on they will not be suffering for it. If not, even if not them, it might be their children. But the better thing is just to know their genotype and know who is to marry who.
And if I will talk about HIV, na im worst pass me. Me, I no fit marry person wey get HIV. You see, because of that HIV, that's exactly why I will go and do blood test. Because of HIV, I have to just do blood test. No love wey fit push me go marry person wey get HIV. Ehen.
yeah, you can. HIV can stop you
Why?
because I feel the other person is not healthy and you are healthy and you want it to come and destroy your health. So I just think can those two things can stop you from injuring the person you want to marry. Forget that it's love, but you can't just come and put your health at stake.
Oh well, I love the guy, but we will consider. Like we will reconsider. Like if it's HIV and I find out, and of course I'm not infected yet, I won't marry. I won't marry him. Then genotype is the children that will suffer. So if I'm AS and he's AS and I marry him, we might end up having SS and we are suffering the children. So we just have to, no matter the level of love we just have to call it a quit. So it's a no.
So if you feel you can keep up, you have the money to buy the drugs, you can. But if you don't have the money, I don't think to stress yourself.
So what's your advice to people who wants to marry? What would you advise them to do?
Okay, my advice is, please guys, before you get married, in fact before you start having sex with your partner, please make sure you run a test, your genotype, your status, even hepatitis. You just run the test to know that okay, your partner is okay, you are okay. Not when you are deep already, you now come and find out, and someone will go and commit suicide. Please, oh, please and please, you just have to run the test, know your status before you get engaged.
Okay, basically, before one settles down with your husband or with your spouse, you need to check your genotype. For instance, if a guy is AS, you're AA, you're good to go. But never you for once settle with someone you think someone that has AS and you have AS as well. It won't work. No, it's very important you go to the hospital, you check your genotype before you settle down with anybody. Love doesn't count in this case, no. And if you find out your partner is HIV positive, for me, I won't settle down with the person, no.
Yeah, I think I will advise people to go for genotype test and HIV test before they get married.
Please, why?
Why is because when you are into marriage and you don't know how healthy your partner is, it can actually cause trouble for you in future. Which is, let's talk about genotype here. If you are not if you are not the type of person that is carrying an AA genotype, you are carrying an SS genotype, and you are getting married to someone that is carrying AA, there's a possibility that this person would have SS or AS as a child, which is not very good. Then let's say a possibility of carrying, but I just think when you guys are going to be getting married, your genotype should merge. Is either she's carrying AS or the other person is carrying AA.
Because if SS and SS marry each other, if AS and SS marry each other, they'll surely give birth to SS, which is not good. It causes early death for children. So I would advise them not to get married if they have AS and AS, to avoid problem for their kids.
Love. Thank you very much. Type is about blood group. Knowing your blood group, that's. Would you advise people who are about to get married to go for genotype and HIV test?
Yes, I was, yeah, 100% yes. Because this genotype of a thing cause a lot of issues between couples. Because people with AS and SS can marry each other. Definitely 100%, no 50% chance they will surely give birth to SS. And it might not be stable. They can try to give birth to 50 children and they will still be SS. So I will advise them to always go for genotype and then HIV test, because although HIV, when you have HIV partner, they prevent it though, but you still have to go for it so that you can know how to prevent it.
Thank you, baby. Who is a virgin?
A virgin is a person that is not yet defiled.
Are you a virgin?
Really? I don't know.